Solomon Park, there's been several articles in the Dothan Eagle, and I'm sure the news media has done a story or two. There's going to be a community-wide meeting. The Parks and Recreation has looked at, some potential solutions for some of the problems there. Obviously, one of the problems was better enforcement of the no parking areas. I guess there have been some people that, when the park is really crowded, have had their driveways blocked. So, we've tried to be a little more cognizant as a police department to go out there. We're also in the process of putting up some more signs and hopefully deal with that. We're going to actually put in some split rail fence around the park to control people who drive in the park. The playground equipment there is probably used. If you go by there after work, especially on a pretty afternoon, it's always used. But some of the pieces are getting pretty old, so they're going to some of those are going to be taken down. Because the problem with wood as it gets older, it tends to splinter, and we don't want any problems there. And we're also going to look at, and hopefully this meeting gets some input from neighbors about what to do there. I guess it's been decided that nobody ever uses the old tennis court, and I don't even think there's a net there. So I think we're going to take that down and open that area up. So
when's that meeting then? Do you know when that?
17th at 6 p.m. at Westgate. So, we do that. So it's an opportunity for everybody to come in and, leisure services will talk about, what they're dealing with, and some of those proposals, get some input from the people. Because, I look at, Solomon Park is really a little sort of like what I classify as an oasis. If you ride down Choctaw, it's a very peaceful feeling. It's a nice neighborhood. I have always been, throughout my whole professional career, an advocate of what I call neighborhood parks, because I think more people use neighborhood parks nationally than they do big parks. Most people who go to Westgate or Eastgate or all that go out there either for special events or for the ball, sticks and balls. But the people who go to places like Gussie McMillan now, and when we get some trees there at Gussie McMillan, will turn into the same thing. And in places like Solomon Park, they go there for the peace and tranquility that day. Give kids a chance to run, or even just walk around. So long term, I think it points a need of the city is the city needs more spaces like that. You ride by. Even at noon today, you ride by Kiwanis Park with the little paved walking trail and the playground equipment. That park will be packed. It's amazing. You go out there at night, and I know it has lights. People are out there walking, and I think it just points up to what we need. And being a place city, one of our commitments is long term is to have a playground within walking distance of every child in Dothan.
Well, you call it a neighborhood park. Now, isn't that one of the contentions that the people that live around there have had, that it's not a neighborhood park, that in fact people come from all over the city to have their reunions and their barbecues and their birthday parties and everything at Solomon Park instead of parks closer to their house?
Well, yeah, but I guess I'll tell you it's a neighborhood park because it's in a neighborhood and it's not really big enough. And the thing of it is if you look at a lot of other our parks, there's nothing to be able to do that. They aren't big enough. Because when you look at a lot of the smaller parks, there's not enough room to do that. And then you look at what we think of our parks are is what Andrew Bell, Walden Park, Wiregrass Park.
The one over at Doug too, close to my house, is full every weekend.
Yeah. No, you're talking about toward the school up that way. Yeah, I know the playground and the picnic table. And I just think that points that we do that. But I think people, it is a public park, and I think it's kind of hard to cut off anybody from not being able to use a public park. It sort of defies the logic. Now, our obligation as a city and running that is to make sure that whatever happens at that park don't infringe upon the rights of other people. And that is, nobody should have to go out and find somebody to move a car to get out of their driveway, right? I mean, so I think that we do that. But, yeah, I mean, I think that's part of that. But, again, it's sort of like downtown. If we get to the point where we have a parking problem, that's a good thing.